President Donald Trump is going toe-to-toe with China over trade. But ironically, a key alliance that the U.S. recently turned its back on could be the very thing that America needs right now. As part of an escalating trade war, both sides are threatening tariffs. The U.S. is slapping them on steel, aluminum, technology, aerospace, and medical equipment, while China is striking back with tariffs on U.S. agriculture, crops like sorghum and soybeans, and other goods. American farmers are up in arms. President Trump says China's trade tactics are unfair, and his advisors hope the tariffs will bring China to the bargaining table. But there is one path the U.S. could consider: a separate trade deal the U.S. started negotiating a decade ago and recently walked away from, that was intended to counter the influence of growing China: the Trans-Pacific Partnership. It would have embedded U.S. interests and business in Asia as part of a 12-nation bloc, giving the U.S. open market access. But Trump pulled the U.S. out of the deal shortly after taking office because TPP became a lightning rod for anti-globalization during the presidential election. There were fears its rules could hurt U.S. companies and take American jobs overseas. Both Trump and Hillary Clinton opposed it, even though prior Republican and Democratic administrations developed it. So how did it exactly work? The deal was with Japan, Australia, Canada, Vietnam, Chile, and other nations that ring the Pacific Rim. But it excluded China in an effort to foster industries that could be crushed by China's might. The TPP is now TPP 11, and it is in the process of being formally adopted by its members. It is expected to go into effect in 2019, and if the U.S. is interested in rejoining, it can seek access at that point. But there could also be other countries seeking membership, like Taiwan, South Korea, and even the United Kingdom. Already, they say there are signs of sweeter deals being cut for TPP members, but U.S. interests are now on the outside, looking in. Fearful of losing favor, some U.S. businesses and farmers may want the deal, but trade experts say there may be lots of opposition as well. The president's base, especially unions and auto workers, are likely to remain opposed to the deal. For one, TPP requires that 45% of a car's parts be manufactured in the trade bloc in order to be shipped tariff-free. The North American Free Trade Agreement sets that requirement at 62.5%, and the U.S. is renegotiating NAFTA, seeking an even higher percentage. Critics said TPP would increase the U.S. trade deficit by flooding the U.S. with more cheap imports. Trump is seeking to reduce the deficit through tougher bilateral deals with Japan and others. But the TPP has something else going for it. Its proponents say it could tie the U.S. to the future of Asia and Asian commerce. America would be right in the heart of Asia as an economic and strategic counterbalance as China rises to superpower strength. Recently, the president has issued contradictory signals about his intentions regarding the TPP. So time will tell whether or not Trump will truly embrace the reality of rejoining the trade deal.
We'll see what happens.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.